what we can do for the coming exam of NEET PG, which is next around the corner, and also the next cycle of INICET. Whether it is anatomy, pathology, pharmacology, microbiology, physiology, everything had its own role in the paper. But ये नहीं है कि medicine पूछी नहीं गई, medicine पूछी गई, but medicine कहाँ से पूछी गई? They were integrated either with physiology or they were integrated with pharmacology. And that is why I always say never neglect minor subjects. It's only because they are going to be the rank deciding subjects. हमेशा ऐसे कहा जाता है that past is history, future is a mystery, but present is a gift. Hello, dear medical students. Now, finally, we have come to an end to the May session of INICET 2025. And before I go on to any discussion and any analysis about this paper, I first want to congratulate you all for finishing this paper with the maximum grit and determination that you had. पिछले कुछ महीने were very uncertain for us. There were a lot of uncertainties about the dates of this exam, and even the nation was going through a very difficult phase. But instead of everything, you overcame everything, you held your nerve and gave this exam with the best that you can. So that is the reason I first want to pat your back. अब जैसे कि हमें पता है that before or after any cricket match और फुटबॉल मैच बहुत सारे कमेंटेटर्स एंड एनालाइजर्स सब एक साथ बैठते हैं एंड दे टॉक अबाउट दैट प्लेयर एंड दे टॉक अबाउट कि मैच कैसा गया एंड दे ऑल्सो टॉक अबाउट द स्कोप ऑफ इंप्रूवमेंट दैट कैन हैपन इन दैट मैच. सो बेसिकली हम क्या करेंगे? वी विल एनालाइज द INICET दैट जस्ट हैपेंड so that we can find out the scope of improvement, kahan pe we are faltering back, and also what we can do for the coming exam of NEET PG, which is next around the corner, and also the next cycle of INICET. So let's see what exactly was INICET, how was the exam, kya mistakes hui, kya problems thi, how was the trend that changed in this time, and also let's try to figure out what all we can do extra in order to improve ourselves, especially for the NEET PG exam that is coming next month. Okay, now first let's begin. What was the paper composition of INICET? Now whenever I say paper composition, always remember one thing: INICET loves foundations, loves basic sciences. And similarly, जैसे एक घर होता है and उसकी दीवारें होती है, उसका एक बेस होता है, that is the foundation of that house. The stronger it is, the stronger is the house. Similarly, INICET also, the stronger are the basics, the stronger will be your paper. And this time also the INICET was dominated by first and second year subjects. Whether it is anatomy, pathology, pharmacology, microbiology, physiology, everything had its own role in the paper. And that is what is a biggest myth when people actually study for these exams. हम लोग जब भी इन पेपर्स के बारे में तैयारी करते हैं, लेट्स से नीट पीजी की तैयारी कर रहे हैं और लेट्स से वी आर टॉकिंग अबाउट INICET, वी ऑलवेज फोकस अपॉन कि हम लोग क्लिनिकल सब्जेक्ट्स खत्म कर लेते हैं. लेट्स फिनिश ऑफ मेडिसिन, अच्छे से सर्जरी पढ़ते हैं, अच्छे से पीडियाट्रिक्स पढ़ते हैं, OBG पढ़ते हैं, बट वी ऑलवेज गिव अ लिटिल लेस प्रिविलेज टू दीज बेसिक साइंस सब्जेक्ट्स. एंड दैट इज द रीजन वी फॉल्टर बिहाइंड इन गेटिंग अ गुड स्कोर इन दीज एग्जाम्स. Always remember, INICET को अगर निकालना है, you should have a very, very good base and foundation of the first 2 year subjects. Now, let me show you exactly how was the trend of these particular subjects of first and second year. Now, if you see, especially in cases of anatomy, and if we compare from 2023 onwards to 2024 and now 2025, you see anatomy has gradually increased in the number of questions. And there were around 16 questions of anatomy which was asked this time in this paper. That is a lot. Ab anatomy mein, they might not give you straight away questions. Anatomy is a very big subject. So how did they give? They integrated these questions with surgical subjects. And many surgical subjects were asked. Let me just take an example of my own subject, ENT. So how was the question asked? That there was a fish bone which is stuck in the piriform fossa, and the piriform fossa has got an irritation of that nerve which is causing a pain in the neck. Now, what is that nerve which is getting irritated was the question. And that nerve is obviously the internal branch of the superior laryngeal nerve. But that nerve is not only taught in ENT when you read ENT, but it is also an integrated topic of anatomy. जो आपको anatomy में पढ़ाया जाता है when you read about the hypopharynx anatomy. So that is how integrated questions are always given with basic sciences. Now let me just talk about physiology. If you see, physiology had roughly a little lower questions this time, but again all of these questions which were there were focused mainly upon the pathophysiology of the disease. And when we say pathophysiology of the disease, we always integrate these questions with medicine. that they asked about the pathophysiology roundabout. They didn't give a direct physiology question. Okay. Now, similarly, when we see biochemistry, roughly biochemistry, every INI-CET, there are around 11 to 13 questions, and they stuck over it, and they had asked even 11 questions from biochemistry this time. So there was a huge role of these subjects. See, out of 200 questions, almost 35 to 36 questions are only from these three subjects. That's quite a lot of number. Now, this not only finishes my first year subjects, which are important, but if you see the second year subjects ruled. If you see, lot of questions from microbiology, pathology, and pharmacology asked this time. Almost 18 questions came from micro, 17 from pathology, and 20 questions came from pharmacology. Now, these questions were also asked in the form of clinical-based scenarios. How did they ask? In pharmacology, they gave a disease. They asked the newer trends of drugs. What are the newer trends of drugs? The newer updates of drugs. When they were talking about pathology, they integrated pathology questions with clinical scenarios and histopathological slides. So it is not that if I'm going to read a final year subject, I'm going to ace this exam. It is actually these subjects which are going to make the huge difference in this exam. The first and second year subjects. Now that is the reason 60% of the paper this time was clinical. And when I say clinical based questions were more, this was the reason why people didn't do very well in the paper this time. Because these clinical scenarios were a little lengthy. And because of the length, many of the questions were missed out by the students because they couldn't finish it on time. So what was the trick? Whenever you are asked a clinical scenario based question, always read the last line of the question first. What are they trying to ask? Are they going to ask you something about management? Are they trying to ask you something about some investigation? Because if you read the last line, your brain works in that clinical scenario in that direction. You need not read about how much is the age of the patient, or you need not read where is the patient coming from, or he's a farmer and he's coming from Gujarat. That doesn't matter because that amount of reading has given you that amount of time wastage. And that is why I say smart reading and smartly answering these clinical based questions. The key lies in catching the keywords inside these questions. And that is where these clinical questions were curated this time by INI-CET. Now, if there were 60% of clinical questions which were maximum integrations between basic sciences and clinical sciences, 30% of these questions were direct one-liners. They were direct one-liner questions. And these were an addition this time. These one-liner questions somehow went away in the previous ones, but again they have come back. And these one-liner questions were straight away from the maximum high-yield topics, that is the previous year topics and the previous year questions. अब एक चीज होती है that many of the students have said कि हमने सारे PYQs किए, हमने सारे PYT किए, फिर भी we didn't get a straight amount of questions जो पिछले साल पूछे गए. It is not like that. INI-CET never repeats questions as it is from the previous years. They might mold the options and make them a little tricky. They might ask the same question, but options उन्होंने tricky बना दिए. अब let's say I'm taking an example of ENT. उन्होंने एक क्वेश्चन दिया that somebody has got an ear infection and they said that the patient has got lock jaw and tonic spasm of the limb, and they gave all the chronic complications of otitis media. They gave all types of otogenic brain abscess, sigmoid sinus thrombosis, and they even gave an option of tetanus. अब इसको सिंपली सोचो, कभी भी कोई भी ईयर डिजीज कभी भी टेटनिक स्पैज्म कर सकती है बॉडी का. वी नेवर रीड दैट. तो ये किया क्या इन्होंने? दे कंफ्यूज्ड एन ईयर रिलेटेड क्वेश्चन विद अ वेरी कॉमन डिसऑर्डर विच इज टेटनस. तो अगर हमें ऐसे लगेगा नहीं ये तो ईएनटी का क्वेश्चन है, हम लोग ईएनटी में आंसर करेंगे, द आंसर विल बिकम रॉन्ग डेफिनेटली. And that is the reason many of the people wrote this answer as otogenic brain abscess. उनको लगा नहीं ये तो difficult question है, हम लोग इसको difficult answer देंगे, otogenic brain abscess हो सकता है. But answer was very simple and that was lying in the center, that was tetanus. जिसमें tonic spasm होता है, limbs में lockjaw होता है, because ear की कोई भी disease ये symptoms नहीं करती. This is how these integrations are answered, right? So if we see the masters of INI-CET who curate these questions majorly focus on the previous year questions as well as on the basic sciences. Okay. Now let me move on to the third year subjects and let's analyze about what was exactly in the third year subjects, right? Now, if we see the third year subjects, forensic medicine, PSM, ophthalmology and ENT, the maximum questions as of course, and they ask genuinely from this a lot, that will be PSM. So PSM ruled over in the third year, had got a lot of questions, but at the same time, biostatistics is one thing which INI-CET loves. So there were a lot of biostatistics related questions. If you have done PSM properly and the previous year questions also, then definitely you will be able to answer the PSM questions right. because they were not very, very tricky. They were straightforward, but yes, you need to have a good practice of these questions. Similarly, forensic medicine had a gradual increase compared to the previous time. Only 3 questions to 13 questions. They have added a lot of new questions from forensic science, and that is the reason why these subjects should not be left behind. Always we say minor subjects should be left behind. But if you see, if you have missed out on forensic medicine as a subject, and if you have prepared only for 3 to 4 questions, 13 questions will actually drop your rank because you have not prepared that subject well. And that is why I always say never neglect minor subjects. It's only because they are going to be the rank deciding subjects. If you get a good amount of questions right in these subjects, they will decide the rank and they will push you up. Because everybody is going to read the major subjects. It's only these minor subjects which make a difference. Coming to ophthalmology, again, this time ophthalmology had a drop. When they increased the forensic, they decreased the ophthalmology questions. And this time they were roughly around 8 questions in ophthalmology. Quite straightforward questions. Mostly the high yield topics were asked. And at the same time, in ENT, they have a trend of usually 6 to 7 questions, which they had stuck this time too. And they have asked around 6 questions from ENT. Now, all of these third year subjects, always remember, they were quite straightforward questions. They were not much tricky questions. If you have done a good reading and you have revised your subject, you will definitely answer the third years very well. Okay? Now let me move on to the final year subjects or the fourth year subjects. And this is something I want to highlight as far as INI-CET prep is concerned. Now, whenever we have got any kind of a student who comes to us for INI-CET prep, सबसे पहले हम लोग start ही कहाँ से करते हैं? Medicine से करते हैं, right? Now, if you see the trend, medicine में हमेशा ज़्यादा questions आते हैं. See, this compare 21, 26, 18, 20, हमेशा ज़्यादा आते हैं. But see the drop this time. It has gone down to 10 questions. बट ये नहीं है कि मेडिसिन पूछी नहीं गई, मेडिसिन पूछी गई, बट मेडिसिन कहां से पूछी गई? दे वर इंटीग्रेटेड आइदर विद फिजियोलॉजी और दे वर इंटीग्रेटेड विद फार्माकोलॉजी. सो दे बिकेम डायरेक्ट क्वेश्चंस फ्रॉम दैट. दैट इज व्हाई आई से इंटीग्रेटेड रीडिंग इज सो इंपॉर्टेंट. एंड नेवर टेक एनी सब्जेक्ट एज अ सोल सब्जेक्ट कि इसको खत्म कर देते हैं और ये वाला भूल जाते हैं. नहीं, अगेन यू आर डूइंग द रॉन्ग अप्रोच फॉर रीडिंग इनटू INI-CET. राइट? सो this was seen in medicine. If we go for surgery, surgery had got a spike of 24 questions this time, and there were a lot of clinical scenarios which were asked this time. Especially with anatomy, they had integrated a lot of anatomy questions. With radiology, they had integrated a lot of radiological scans this time with surgery. So it had got a spike, and that is the reason surgery had got a lot of questions from particularly the fourth year subjects. Now coming to obs and gynae, roughly obs and gynae maintains its standards between 14 to 16 questions, and they also gave around 16 questions this time. Pediatrics, roughly around 12 questions came, that were also around the same. But if you see in the minor subjects, what were the maximum questions asked from was orthopedics as well as radiology. The allied subjects. If you see anesthesia, there were around 2 questions. There were in dermatology, there were roughly around 7 questions, which have increased from the previous paper. Psychiatry has increased considerably. If you see the previous session paper, it was only 1. This time 7 questions came. And that is why I tell you, these are the rank deciding subjects. Who have done psychiatry questions correctly, definitely their rank will get pushed up. Similarly, if you see orthopedics and radiology ruled over in the allied subjects this time, they had got a lot of questions. Specifically in radiology, they gave a lot of signs, CT scan images, MRIs, and they asked about certain investigation of choices. Now, these were the major questions. What came from this were IBQs. They were the major image-based questions which were asked from this. Now, the IBQs were routinely asked from 3 important subjects. That was radio, pathology, as well as surgery. And surgery had got a lot of anatomy integrated images too. So these were the important ones which were asked as image-based questions. Now, this is what brings us to a conclusion that we should always prepare for INI-CET not on a rote question basis. हम ऐसे रट नहीं सकते सारा पुराने questions और पुराने topics और वो रटे रटाए questions हमारे इस पेपर में आ जाएंगे. It never follows that trend. We should have a very good clinical foundation. We should have a very good basic science foundation. So what are my key takeaways for students post INI-CET 2025 May session is focus majorly on the core subjects, your first and second year subjects. जितना अच्छा फाउंडेशन होगा उतने अच्छे नंबर भी आएंगे. एंड दिस इज नॉट ओनली अबाउट द हेप दैट वी क्रिएट अबाउट फाइनल ईयर. फाइनल ईयर तभी समझ में आएगा. यू कैन आंसर ओनली फाइनल ईयर क्वेश्चंस इफ यू हैव डन वेल इन योर फर्स्ट एंड सेकंड ईयर प्रिपरेशन. Balance your previous year questions with the recent updates. You should add on the recent drugs, recent updates, recent examinations, recent investigation of choices that have come. Because these are the newer trends of questions that they have started to ask in INI-CETs. Now, Always important, never neglect your PYQs and PYTs because 40 to 50% of the paper can get directly repeated or somewhat modification of the options can come from these topics, but the topics always remain to be high yield. Also, the third point is practice reading long clinical questions. And why is that? Because jitna clinical questions आप practice करेंगे, your stamina will build up, your time management strategy will build up, and you will also get to know the tips and tricks कि आपको कौन से important keywords ढूंढने हैं in that clinical scenario. Now, this is very important specifically for INI-CET application. Also, be ready to take on the IBQs. Image-based questions are always changing with the trend. So you should be always focused upon at least seeing what the pathology is whenever you are reading any particular topic. So these were my takeaways for INI-CET May 2025 session. पर हमेशा ऐसा कहा जाता है that past is history, future is a mystery, but present is a gift. ये जितनी चीजें हैं, they will keep changing. Maybe the trend might not be repeated the next time. ये change हो जाएगा. But ultimately, only one thing remains is your preparation, is your work towards your dream branch. That is what exactly that is going to matter. So इससे हमें क्या सीखने को मिलता है? That now NEET PG is next around the corner. We should forget about what has already happened. We should get up, focus upon. Do not procrastinate. Do not think जो हो गया. अब ये लेके हमें नहीं बैठना है कि अरे ये तो हो गया, पेपर अच्छा नहीं हुआ, या ये कर सकते थे, वो गलत हो गया, ये ऑप्शन था, ये ट्रिकी हो गया, या हमने इतनी प्रिपरेशन करी थी एंड वी सिट बिहाइंड एंड वी क्राई ओवर इट. नो, एब्सोल्युटली नॉट, क्योंकि इससे बड़ा हमारे सामने एक और गोल पड़ा हुआ है. वी हैव टू कॉन्कर नीट पीजी फ्रॉम व्हाटएवर वी हैव टेकन फ्रॉम दिस एग्जाम. तो जो हो गया, वी हैव टू शट इट डाउन. डोंट एवर स्ट्रेस अपॉन योरसेल्फ जो रिजल्ट आने वाला है. You have seen MS Dhoni, right? MS Dhoni never thinks about the result. He stands behind the stumps and he thinks about कि game को कैसे जीते. You have to think about game कैसे जीता जाए. So whenever the NEET PG is going to be coming, they will also follow more or less the same trend. हमें बस अपने weaker spots को manage करना है and we will definitely rule the exam. So this is all about how the INI CET was, and I wish you all the best for the coming up NEET PG exams.